our Karatbars journey. I want you guys to listen to this story of when we decided to take our two ladies to the club.
If you're going to be in a meeting, we'll try and make this one.
Guys, hear me. So we decided to go to the club that was in the hotel.
I'm just going to mute everybody. Just hold on, Andrew. Andrew, just mute everybody.
I've muted everybody.
And then...
Can we unmute as we go? Yeah, I've muted.
Okay, cool.
So what actually happened, we went to the club and we were standing around just watching, and in front of us they had a booth with a whole lot of guys, and they ordered a lot of drinks and that, and they were just standing there, and there was the dance floor, and you know, they were just talking and talking and talking. There were people dancing, but they didn't have any women with them. So anyway, we were standing there having a few drinks. So next minute, one of the guys pulls out a wad of notes. He had a whole lot of notes. And he just starts throwing them in the air like this, just like this. And all of a sudden, you just see Annalisa and Natalie dive under the counter, and they're busy grabbing the dollar notes. You see all the women go to the booth. I mean, these guys never had one woman. When by the time they'd finished throwing the notes, they each had about 2 women with them. Our woman came back to us with notes. They even bought us drinks with their notes. So it was a good laugh.
No, the best part was to see Tony's face. You know, I call him poker face, Tony. Now, when he looks at you with his closed mouth and he looks at you through those glasses, Mr. Poker Face, that day he was like this. He couldn't say a word because he realized he has a daughter. Fortunately, my daughter was married already, so we don't have to worry.
Married.
She was.
2014.
Oh, no, she wasn't married, but she was already an adult, so I didn't have to worry about those. She was over 21. But Tony, I think you still worry about that, don't you?
Yeah, I laugh because Annalisa said it's the first time that she went with no money to the club, and when she got out, she had dollars in her pocket today. So,
Quite funny.
Yeah, Tony, if I can just also on that same trip, you know, this is the beautiful thing about going on trips is the fun times that you have, the things that happen just spontaneously, and. We met in your room. We were going to go out, and it was starting to get a bit fresh. And we sent Natalie to go back to the room to fetch jerseys. And when Natalie came back, she unfortunately walked into the wrong room. She didn't realize that she was walking into the wrong room. And she walked in and she said, "Are you ready?" And there was an old man lying on the bed. So I'm sure the guy nearly had a heart attack when Natalie walked into the room and said, "Are you ready?"
I must tell you, I just reversed out. You know, took one step back. Get out of here. I was in the wrong place. But anyway.
guys, but I see on the call, and I want him to unmute himself, Mr. Earl Morrison. I want Earl to unmute himself. And Earl, you joined us on that trip to Las Vegas. Can you give us a bit of your, because obviously for you, it's also been a while now that you've been with Karatbars, 5 years, and I'm going to go through the group of people that I see, and I'm going to ask you to share your journey with us with Karatbars all this time. So Earl, can you share some thoughts with us? And I know that whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but you know, when you go with us, whatever happens in Vegas stays on Facebook, you know.
I'm going to mute you.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, just hold on a second, Earl. Unmute. Are you unmuted, Earl?
I think you just muted.
Perfect.
I'm there. I can see. Yeah, no. Tony, well done to you. Natalie and Andrew, congratulations. Thanks for hosting this time where we can just celebrate and remember the journey. Remember the milestones. Remember the good times that we've had. And of course, here's when I joined Karatbars in 2015, I met Tony through John Stevens. And we needed to get this thing off the ground. And we didn't know Tony from Above Blue Soap. And we invited Tony to the West Rand. And I was bowled over to see Tony without hesitation. He came to the West Rand. And that's where we started the team here on the West Rand in the good old days. But in that same year, I joined in August. And then, of course, in that same year was the Karatbars Freedom Celebration. And Tony together with Andrew, Natalie, and John, and they said, let's go. And I said, I want to be a part of it. It was so exciting in the early days when we seen the dual team, we seen the direct referral, we see now you could earn to infinity. It was just amazing. I was super excited. Went with Tony and Natalie and Andrew to Las Vegas. Now, this particular night, we came out of one of the sessions. Now, you know, my primary job or my primary purpose is I'm a pastor. And so we were standing on the sidewalk there and we just had finished, had a meal. And out of all of the guys that were standing there, this, I don't know what you call him, the representative of the nude bar or the girls that, out of everybody, this guy comes to me and he wants to sell me some deal there with some ladies out of there. And Tony and Natalie and Andrew and obviously John and Tony's wife, they were in stitches there. And so, yeah, we just had a great time in Las Vegas. And of course, that was the first time that we were at a freedom celebration. And we met Dr. Haratsidis there and with Tammy and Cheryl and Gober. It was a very small meeting, but what a powerful time we had. And of course, we haven't looked back and look at what Karatbars is doing today. And I want to say thank you to Tony and to Natalie and Andrew for all the years, always being there to support us and being at every meeting. It was just amazing. Thank you, Tony, for this opportunity to share.
No, thank you so much, Earl. I still remember, now that you tell that story, I still remember how we were standing there and we were like pissing ourselves there because she was talking to a pastor.
Yeah.
And you held your cool. You were so calm and so cool.
I was quite embarrassed that night. I was really embarrassed, but yeah, hanging around with you guys, I just needed to kind of keep it together. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, lots of fun.
It was, isn't it?
Oh, it wasn't only you that was embarrassed. I wasn't exactly kosher there. I was a bit embarrassed myself, but we held it together. We held it.
Yeah.
So,
it was awesome.
So,
it was awesome.
Thank you, Earl. I really appreciate you. And one of the, and Violet, I'm going to ask you to have a bit of a story stalking. I see you. Don't worry. I see you, Violet. So I'm going to ask you later on just to say a few things, Violet. But before I put on Violet, I see Mr. Minnaar Fullard is on the call again. So Mr. Minnaar Fullard is also one. He will also tell you that he joined in 2015. So he's one of the legends in the team and also been doing some amazing work and amazing servant leader. So Earl, Minnaar, please unmute yourself, or Natalie, can you just unmute Minnaar? And Minnaar, maybe if you can share a few of your stories of what has happened with you this past 5 years with Karatbars so long.
You disappeared.
Hello, guys. Nice to be on your celebration. Well done for taking the lead and giving us something special like Karatbars. I can tell you guys, I need Karatbars more than 5 years ago. If there's ever a time that I needed Karatbars, it's right now. I'm so grateful that we've got a solid company and that gold is the product. Wow, what an amazing. I just read parts of Harold's chapter 5 this afternoon. What an amazing thing that we're involved with something that's so spot on. Yeah. So very grateful. Yes, Tony, something about that time. You got me into cryptocurrency, and I fell slap bang in your sales funnel, and then we were excited about crypto. Ordered my Zappo card, made my first commissions with you know what, with who. And then, like a month later, as your automatic sales funnel kicks out new messages, I'm thinking that you're personally engaging with me. And, you know, it was so cleverly done. And after a couple of weeks, there was that message, but wait, there's more. And we've actually got this gold thing going because we believe in the safety and security of hedging our assets in gold. And I said, bring it on. And you sent me the link, and you convinced me that I shouldn't play around, you know, dropping money on the floor. don't leave any money on the table, go for VIP. And that was way beyond my means. But I found a way to do it and got my VIP. And then when I got my VIP, you engaged me, you called me, you did a Skype call live. And my wife was in the room and she was so impressed with this guy that personally engages me. And that was such a good recipe to get me going and get me started. And that was more or less in September 2015. By December 2015, my VIP was paid for with commission. So I'm very grateful, Tony, and to all of you. It's great to know many of you, you're legends, and what a wonderful community to be involved in. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Bernard. It's so honored and grateful to have you in the team. You do so much, and we really appreciate you. I just want to thank you once again, Bernard, for the work that you have done in the team. And ladies and gentlemen, one of the ladies that I see here is Mrs. Violet. I remember Violet because she came to one of, and by the way, we've got Marcus Brachko, our sales director, also on the call. And I'm going to give him later on, I'm going to put him on the call so he can give us a bit of his impression about our crazy team and why has he fallen in love with the South African team and that. But so Marcus, I'm going to put the button on you a bit later on. So Violet, please unmute yourself, or Natalie, please unmute Vimy. So Violet, I remember you and your husband came to one of our trainings right in the beginning, and it's so good to see you every time when we do trainings. I know that you work very closely with Kurt Kutsia and Gold Rule, and every time when we're doing our trainings there with Kurt, and I think we saw you last time in Midrand a few weeks ago. So how's it been going with you? And maybe just tell us, when did you start with Karatbars and some of the stuff that you want to share with us? We cannot hear you. Violet, sorry, we cannot hear you. Okay, let's try that again. Just maybe, have you got a speaker on there, your mic? You are unmuted from our side. Okay, Violet. Violet, I'm going to phone you on the cell phone. Give me a second, Violet. Let me phone you on the cell phone. Okay, let's quickly see if I can put Violet on the cell phone here for us. Violet. Violet, I'm just going to quickly phone you on the cell phone.
I can hear you now. Hello.
You see, whenever there's a problem, there's always the opportunity.
I can see that.
Hey, Violet, so good to see you and your husband here. How are you doing? How's it going with you?
Complain. Thank you so much. It's been a great trip. Congratulations to you and the Haratsidis for you attaining success in Karatbars. I first met Tony in 2015 also at one of the Old Masters Club session. And from that day, after the meeting, I just Tony and I said, I want to say that. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Just Natalie, just mute the other people. But leave mine open.
That's much better.
Okay, carry on, Violet.
Yeah, so as I was just saying, I met Tony at one of Kurt's training sessions for World Masters Club. And after that meeting, I just went straight to Tony and I said, I want to sign up. I didn't know much about it, but I just knew that that was the way to go. I didn't have much money to buy a business package, But he told me that I needed to get a business package so that I can at least accumulate the love points from above. So I took a bronze package at that time. And I've been going slow, but as we speak now, I'm actually now VIP. And I keep following the training and I keep following where I need to go. I haven't done as much as I want to, but I'm pleased with the progress this far. And I know that I am blessed to be in this opportunity because right now with this lockdown, it has given me a lot of time to think. And I know that I am in the right place. And I am so grateful to Tony that he brought me this way. So congratulations, guys, and keep doing what you are doing. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much from Andrew and Natalie and myself, Violet, and to you and your husband. We're honored to have you guys in our team. It's always good to see you guys at the training and that. So, and well done once again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Natalie, if you don't mind, do you want to introduce Mr. Zuma and give him the story about your connection with Miss MMR TV, Mr. Zuma? Just unmute yourself, Nets.
Okay,
Natalie needs to unmute
you as
herself.
well.
Okay, do you want to introduce Mr. Zuma for us?
Just a sec, I'm trying to unmute him. Unmute. Momalezi, do you want to unmute yourself there? Momalezi, unmute. Perfect.
Yes, I am.
Perfect.
There we go.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, we've had how long have we known each other now, Momalezi?
It's 2 years.
It's quite a long time, eh?
3 years.
I think it's about three or four.
3 or 4 years. Now tell me,
Yeah.
tell me what was the first thing I asked you?
When we had a meeting at the Wimpy.
At the Wanderers. The first one was at the Wanderers.
Oh, the Wanderers. Or you asked me how big I want to go.
Yep. And how big do you want to go? Let's tell everybody.
And good evening, everyone. Now, thank you so much for this opportunity, guys. And congratulations once again, new leadership. And you guys, we follow you and we are watching you. Everything that you guys do, we want to do as well. We want to go and pick those dollars at Las Vegas at some point. Right.
Can I, you
guys,
a little bit of background? What's this MMR TV?
That's my YouTube channel. That's my YouTube channel where I do the teachings in my vernacular languages.
Which languages are you teaching in?
I teach in Zulu, Xhosa, and there's a little bit of Afrikaans on it, and there's the Sotho as well.
Fantastic.
So anybody that wants to attend the business presentation in one of the African languages, you must please go to YouTube channel, subscribe to Mr. Zuma's channel, and he does the presentations in Sotho, Zulu, and all the other languages that he was saying there. So carry on.
Yes. And yet tomorrow I have a wonderful lady from Bloemfontein, and I will be interviewing that lady at 11 o'clock tomorrow, 11 o'clock a.m. South African time. Right. When we first met at Wanderers, you asked me the question, how big I want to go. And then I said, I want to go as very high. I'm a very, very ambitious young man, and I want to see people out of poverty. And you said, you've got the vehicle.
Absolutely.
You've got the vehicle.
And what did you want to ask?
Mamalezi?
Yes, Baba.
How are you, my friend? What did I ask you? What was the first question I asked you? How many wives have you got?
Yes, you did ask that question. I nearly forgot that.
Yeah,
because each each and every time when we meet, you ask me the same question.
And what did I asked you something. I asked you how many, I said, I told you that I came from a big family and how many
Sure.
brothers and sisters you had as well. We shared some
But,
good, yes.
but guys, the most that you guys did for me, you adopted me as one of your sons.
Absolutely.
And I also adopted you as one of my parents. And I said, you are mommy and daddy. And each time when I talk to you guys, I respect you as my parents. And you have led me very well so far.
Thank you so much.
You. Thanks for those kind words.
It's a pleasure to work with somebody like you that is so, you know, your heart is in the right place. It's not about only yourself. It's about getting the millions of people out of poverty, and just taking the initiative of doing the presentations in Zulu and Sesotho and all the ethnic languages. That is really going to be a great help to the whole team. And I think eventually everybody's going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your work. So thank you very much for that. We really enjoy that of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Zuma.
Enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much, Tony.
Thank you. So before I give it to one of the other team members, and I want Roxanne to get ready. But before we put Roxanne, I see Mama Africa has just joined the call. Tammy Morrison. So Natalie, can you unmute Tammy? Can you unmute Tammy? And Tammy, can you put your video on, your camera on, so we can see you?
I can unmute, but you guys do. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
I can unmute, but I promise you, you guys do not want to see me right now. It will ruin your whole image of me if you were to see me right now.
Tammy, there's nothing that red wine can't fix. Red wine fixes everything, so don't worry.
No, Tony, unfortunately, I gave up drinking 32 days ago. So I don't know. Plus, it's 11:30 in the morning here now.
So Tammy, I want to ask you, this is not the normal traditional network marketing Karatbars training that we are on here today. This is totally unorthodox, out of the norm. So Tammy, please tell me, why did you buy a boat?
Well, I'll be honest with you. We've always had a boat. And, you know, we started out with a cuddy cabin. We graduated to a 2-bedroom cover, but it was really, really old. Okay. It was like my age. The boat was really, it was the year I graduated high school. So, we've had the boat fever. It's gotten to be really pretty weather here. And we're thinking, okay, we cannot be cooped up in this house the entire summer. And so let's start looking for a boat. And so I found a couple that I liked. We actually went down, the guy had 5 for sale. The 2 I really liked were the 2 we settled on. And so it's more than I've ever spent on a boat or a car. And I thought to myself, all right, I have to justify this purchase, right? Because I'm frugal. I'm very, very frugal with my money. So I had 7 trips planned. I had a trip planned to South Africa in April. I was coming home, turning around 1 day later, leaving for Atlanta, which was, you know, the 2nd trip. In May, we were supposed to go to the PGA Championships in San Francisco, California. We could not make that trip because it was canceled. In June, I was supposed to go to Australia for South Africa. Then I was supposed to go back to Las Vegas for South Africa. We didn't get to take our spring break trip to the beach, and we didn't get to take my birthday trip to the beach. So I'm thinking, all right, well, that money was money spent anyway, mostly on Karatbars. 4 out of the 7 trips were Karatbars trips, which, you know, if we travel somewhere, it's not like Mr. Site says, let me reimburse you for your airfare and your food and your hotel. So we, I added those numbers up, and that came to a particular number. So we go look at this boat, and guys, it was perfect. Now, when you look at it, it looks like a brand new boat, right? It's 15 years old.
Wow.
But it only has 200 hours on the boat. It's been kept in a covered slip. A gentleman bought it for his grandkids, and then they grew up, and then he didn't want it anymore. So it's been very, very well taken care of. And the number I came up with was the number I offered him for the boat. You know, I didn't get to take, I don't want to say half, I didn't get to take the trips. So I offered him that number, and my husband looked at me because it was about 20% less than what they were asking for the boat. And it was already priced well because we had 4 other ones on the internet for sale that were priced anywhere from $10,000 to $1,000 more. And so my husband looked at me and he said, "Are you crazy? We're going to lose this boat." And I said, "Just watch." And we got into the truck and we pulled out of the marina. And before we got to the exit, the guy called and he says, "You bought a boat." So we actually went and paid for it on, what is today? Tuesday. We went and paid for it on Saturday with a swipe of my Karatbars MasterCard, standing in a parking lot. The guy had Square, which was, you know, on your phone, you have those little things. I inserted my Karatbars MasterCard, I put in my PIN, and I owned a boat.
Wow, Tammy, isn't that amazing how this business, this opportunity that we've got with Karatbars actually gets to pay for our lifestyle and everything that we do. So just tell the people, just tell everybody that's on this call today, how long have you been with Karatbars now?
I have been with Karatbars. I celebrated my 10-year anniversary with Karatbars last week. So for you, those of you that are new and maybe not making money right now, trust me, I did not make money for 3 years. I put 3 years of my life into we started in 2010 with nothing, no website, no calls, no Zooms, no training, just faith. And so for 2010 till 2013, guys, I didn't make any money because we were still in that building phase. But in 2013, Mr. Sites got it right. So now you guys don't have to wait. You can go out earn me next week. And that's the beauty of Karatbars is I have people every week that have come in today or last week or last month or last year or 2 years ago that out earn me every single week. So don't think that just because you didn't get in the beginning that you can't make the type of money I'm making, because it's possible. Tony out earns me, Coot out earns me, Andrew out earns me many weeks. So I'm telling you guys, it is an absolute best business in the world because you can come in today and get to where you want to be in a very, very short amount of time. All you have to do is put in the work.
So Tammy, once again, from our side, and I think Natalie also wants to say personally to you, but from our side, what you do as a team, thank you so much. You have been crowned as Mama Africa. So you are our Mama Africa. You are our guardian. You always look after us in the team. So we appreciate you. Thank you very much for everything that you do for us.
It's a title well deserved. And Tammy, I must say, I always say if I have a sister in America, I have 2. It's you and Guruji. But you are
Yes.
you've just been so amazing in the past 6 years, this journey that we've had together. And it's so nice to have somebody that is so, I mean, like we are so, I don't even know how many, we are really very removed family-wise. I think we're about 7 or 8 levels removed. But it doesn't make a difference. You're just there to help anybody in the team, and that is why you are so special. We all appreciate everything you do for us and our team. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Tammy, before I let you go and you mute yourself, I just want you to introduce you one of our latest family member into our team. It's Sandra Santos, and she doesn't even know what she's going to lead her into. But I just want Tammy to welcome Sandra Santos. She's just signed up. She hasn't even bought a package yet. And I still have to arrange a Zoom call with her. So just please welcome Sandra and tell her how crazy we are.
Welcome, Sandra. We're the definition of crazy because we're willing to do what other people want to get what we want. And you know, people call me crazy all the time. I still get calls. Guys, I've been gone from corporate America and full-time with Karatbars for 7 years. And I still have people calling me going, "Hey, when are you coming back?" And I'm like, never. I'm never coming back. And I've just found a better way, and we all have a better way. So welcome to the team, Sandra.
Thank you.
Are you not going to speak? Come on, say something.
To introduce. Yeah, just unmute Sandra quickly. Natalie, just unmute.
I have. Sandra,
Thank you. Thank you for the welcome, Tammy. Hello.
Hello.
we can hear you.
Hi.
We can hear you.
Okay. Just thank you. Crazy is good. We like crazies. Yeah, that sounds good.
You'll enjoy crazy.
Thanks.
You're in the right team.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Okay, Roseanne.
So people. So I just want everybody. Sandra still on. Guys, Sandra, please tell the people. Am I right? Sandra?
Yeah.
You still on?
I'm on, yeah.
So we've actually never met, am I right?
True.
We've never met, correct?
No, that's right.
So how the hell did you get connected to us, and how the hell did you get onto our platform with Karatbars? Please share that story with the people.
I actually connected with you years ago, I think in 2014, 2015. But unfortunately, I didn't take action then for some reason.
So when you say connect, when you say connect, you're talking about Facebook, correct?
Yeah, Facebook. And now I think it was last week that I came across one of your webinars. And yeah, that was it. And then, well, Arnaldo is even more excited than I am to join you guys. He's been on it every day trying to learn more about Karatbars and so forth. So yeah, that's how we got here.
So have we actually had a phone call with each other already? Yes or no?
Not yet.
So look at this, guys. We have never met
Facebook.
before. We just know each other off Facebook. I've never had a call with Sandra yet. I still have to arrange a Skype call or Zoom call with her next week or during this week for me to to help them guide them through the process and that. So, and this is how this business is built. You keep on helping new people to get into this environment and to get connected to the people. But Sandra, you said that you already knew me how many years ago on Facebook? 2015.
I think it was around 2015 that I'd seen this business, and then
okay, so Sandra, I want you to make sure that you're not going to have nightmares, because you're not going to be sleeping for the next few days. Natalie, just unmute.
I'm not.
Manar quickly. Just unmute Manar, and then I want Gladwin to get ready, because I want Gladwin to come up after Roseanne. So, Manar, are you on? Manar, when did you register? In 2015.
September 2015.
So, Sandra, listen how many people you've lost out. Please tell Sandra, Manar, please tell Sandra how many people you've got in your organization.
Sandra, in my total organization, there is now, because of upline spillover and basically leveraging from other people's time and money, there's at least 100,000 people.
Sure.
So Sandra, please, when
Thanks
I phone you and we got, so don't worry. When you start working with me, don't waste time. Don't waste time. That's all I can tell you. Don't waste time. But anyway, don't worry. I will help you. We'll get you going and you'll be part of the system. And you're on this call because you're all part now of Natalie's team and Andrew and Arturo's team. So we are good guys. Some Portuguese people here will help you. We've got even Zulu people and Sotho people that will help you. So it's a greater community, but welcome into the team and looking forward to helping you. But Natalie, I want you to introduce Roxanne, the fire lady. So please introduce Roxanne.
Roxanne, what do I call you? My little bushy friend.
Yes.
I just love this girl, just for what she stands and the tenacity. This girl has got such tenacity, and she's a go-getter. And she actually is young. She's much younger than me, but I don't think she's younger than me. She's my sister. She's actually given me so many nuggets, as in how to deal with certain situations that I found myself in. With obviously with this business, some people like it, some people, we're going to have that, you know what I mean? And Roseanne has always given me such a lot of wonderful advice. And you know what, as young as you are, thank you so much for all your wonderful advice and your wisdom. You're wise beyond your age. But we'll let you speak now about Karatbars and about your trip with this company.
My trip with the company.
Yep.
First of all, congratulations to the Portuguese twins and the Greek Titan. Well done on 6 years of nothing but amazing experiences. I joined Karatbars in 2014. My dad signed me up. He paid for me. And I was like, not another one. And being in the financial industry and listening to Tony recently, every time they knock the financial planners, and I'm like, this idiot, how can you say this about the financial industry? And the more I see how Tony has grown from 2014 to today, I mean, man, kudos to you. When it comes to being in this business, I never saw the money in the beginning. I didn't see the money. I heard a very short Portuguese man say that I'm dyslexic and I've only read 2 books in my life. And I was like, if he could read 2 books in his life and speak in front of so many people about money, there must be something about this guy. And then I've watched him in the shadows and I said, if he can do it, I can do it. And then eventually I got closer to Natalie and I heard Natalie's story and I said, if Natalie can do it, I can do it. And for the first 3 months after coming back to Karatbars, I stopped for a little while, only because I was impatient. I was waiting for the money and I wasn't seeing the money the way Tony, I thought, was seeing it and Natalie was seeing it. And I believe that with perseverance and determination, one can live the Kardashian life. And that is something I said to myself all along. I want to live the Kardashian life. I want to be Tammy Morrison and buy a boat. I want to be Tony and live in a penthouse for a week or 2, you know? And being able to travel, being able to spend time with my children, being able to grow. And the biggest thing I've ever learned from Karatbars, it's not about the money. It's about the people. It's about the financial intelligence. It's about growing. It's about having fun and enjoying life in the moment. So when you do something with a passion, your gift makes room for you. And you're just able to move from strength to strength. And when I saw the money coming in last year, I just felt like saying, whoopa! Every moment it came in. So I was like, whoopa! And I want to tell you, like, there was this weekend in last year. And I'll never forget the weekend. Every 10 minutes, I went into my back office. The money kept on going, ka-ching, ka-ching, every time. And I was like, is this what network marketing is all about? Living and leveraging of other people's skills. Come on, man, ka-ching, ka-ching. And the more the money was going ka-ching, ka-ching, the bigger my smile got. And I was like, to you, Natalie and Andrew, there's no thank you big enough for pushing me, for encouraging me, for taking my calls at 12 at night, 1 in the morning. I can hear Andrew snoring in the background and I'm like, well, you're just going to have to deal with us. And the fact that we have online 24/7 on-call leaders like you, I can just say thank you. My family appreciates everything you have done for us. I really, really wish you all the best and many more happy, healthy, wealthy, money-making years. Enjoy and cheers, guys.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Roxanne.
Tony.
The fire lady.
Tony, just for the record, sorry, just for the record, I wasn't snoring. I was meditating. That's the way I meditated. I was in the zone. I was just meditating. Please, just for the record.
You know what? I spent nights wide awake, and then when my kids wake up, they would hear me snoring, and they would like, I said, damn it, to you, it is a Barry White song. So just deal with it. So, yes.
So Tammy, thank you, Roxanne. So Natalie, I want you to introduce Gladwin, and I see Jason is on. So after Gladwin, I want Jason to be on in that. So let's please introduce Gladwin.
Gladwin is Roxanne's farm, but Gladwin, you are just like my father, because I don't have a father anymore. So every time I'm in trouble, there's one person that will give me sound advice. What to say and what not to say. And when I listen to you, I win. When I don't listen, I lose. So thank you so much. Over to Gladwin now. I'm going to unmute you now. I think you unmuted. You can talk now.
Actually, Andrew, congratulations for this great day. 6 years ago, I didn't think that we would be celebrating a 6-year anniversary. And I've got 2 months to go, then I'll also be 6 months. I don't have too much to say. I don't talk as much as my daughter does. I am officially, I still am a financial planner. I have been in the business for 36 years. And with Karatbars, I just need to say that I'm beginning to be bold and say this officially now, that within the next 4 months, I will full-time in Karatbars.
Yeah. Well done. We're really proud of you.
This is it. I mean, it doesn't make sense. We work 16 hours a day, and with Karatbars, and I mean, I could do so much better with Karatbars. In Karatbars, it's about teaching people, raising people up from the ashes, and giving people a new life. That for me is what Karatbars means to me. My passion is to show people and teach people how to be happy. And being happy is having the resources to live a nice life. So for me, 6 months, the next 4 months or so, I'll be out of this business. And I'll be doing Karatbars on a full-time basis. If I spend as much time as I do in my financial planning business, Karatbars, wow, I can see myself going places. So yeah, that's me, and I think that is that sums up my total stay with Karatbars. I'm prepared to give up a very good practice that has been a solid practice that has been around for a while. Yeah, Karatbars is it, and next few months we'll see the difference.
I just want to say something.
Thank you, Tony, for being our guide, and taking care of us all this time. I've always looked up to you, and yeah, from the day one, I never thought that I would be still in this business, because I've been in many businesses before. I'm talking about other businesses. Never sold a tube of toothpaste. Never sold a tube of toothpaste, but Karatbars 6 years, and I'm still going. Thanks a lot for your encouragement and all your help. Thanks a lot.
Edwin, you're a gentleman, sir.
Absolutely, gentleman.
Our gentleman, Jim.
Absolutely, and I want to say something. Gladwin, I'll never forget the very first time I went to a presentation in the West Rand in Horizon.
Yeah.
Horizon.
And when you did that presentation about paper money and gold, I promise you, I came back home and I actually said to Andrew, I'm gobsmacked. There is nobody, and I'm yet to see anybody do it as well as you do. There is just something about you, you're quiet, the way you did it was something that stayed in the back it's imprinted in my brain, and I'll never forget it. And you know what, just carry on doing what you're doing. You're going to go lots of places.
Thank you very much. Thank you, folks.
Congratulations, Gladwin. Natalie, will you please introduce Jason for us?
Jason. Jason is my first Nigerian affiliate. And Jason gave me a nickname, and I love my nickname. I'm called Miatiko. And Miatiko, Jason can tell you what it means. All I know is that I feel very loved when I am in their presence. These guys are just, I can't explain it to you guys. They are just so welcoming and so loving. So for all those people who've got the wrong impressions of Nigerians, you've got them wrong. They are wonderful. Jason, over to you.
Oh, thank you so much, my Karatbars grandmother. I'm the grandchild of this operation. And let me first start with Roseanne. I think this month is my first, next 1 year I had about Karatbars. It was actually this month that Roseanne called me for a very important meeting. And I went, and that's where the journey started. And I can't stop thanking Roseanne and Jeff for training me. And now I pose like an expert, which I am not. I think I'm just throwing my weight around. And from that section, I met all the leaders. And you've continued to amaze me with elaborate knowledge of the economic system. And I thought, having read economics, I know about money. I found out that I have no knowledge about money at all. And thank you so much, Tony. I've been participating in all the lectures and all the presentations. In fact, I no longer watch DSTV. I'm strictly on YouTube at home, watching all the informations and the presentations, and I keep on sending them to my friends. And one of the most important things I found about Karatbars is the freedom it brings, the ability to make liquid your resources. I can tell you this month, I'm a landlord, and Tony, you corroborated that situation. I did not receive any rent this month. And I'm not going to receive any rent in the coming month. If I'm going to receive rent at all, I probably will be looking towards July or September, the way I see things. And there's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah.
And so I can't thank you, my leaders, enough for the exposure you've given me. And more, of course, Tony, the ones we met you in the VAR, you dropped one word, and that one word is one of my biggest pride in Karatbars today. Said, in December, make sure you log on and buy the notes. And I sat on Roseanne's neck. I nearly missed the notes because I was in Nigeria when they eventually came. And Roseanne called me very early in the morning. I said, no, wake up, what are you doing? Eventually, I logged in, tried to buy, it didn't go through. I called Jeff, sent him my details, and Jeff managed to pull it off. And when they do presentation on the notes on the platform, I say, so thank you so much. Today is still morning. We're only 1 million people in the Karatbars currently. I have, like you, Tony, I will spend all my life in Karatbars, and I'm no longer looking for any shiny objects. I'm here for life. Every other thing is peripheral, but this is the main thing. I continue to wish you God blessings, strength, knowledge, wisdom. And my grandfather, Mr. Hessler, the first time I saw you in a meeting, you amazed me with your infectious calmness. And I continue to love that. Each time I find myself in your presence, I leave you with a lot of calmness, walking in me for some time. And when you are calm, you take calculated decisions. Thank you so much, and thank you very much indeed. And to you celebrating the 6 years, Tony, and my Miatoko. Miatoko is latest, never been found. First time you are seeing this kind of thing. That's the meaning of Miatoko.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, and hearty congratulations. And we will be working together for quite a long time. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jason, and thank you all. Thank you very much for those kind words of you guys. We're going to come to the end, but I've left Mr. Marcus Brachko for last.
And we want to hear
for
from
you
you as
guys,
well, Tony.
sorry.
And you also going to say a few words. You've been dodging
Yes,
the
yes. No, it's fine. I first want Marcus to end, and then I will.
Marcus and then you.
So guys, I want to, for those of you guys who don't know who Marcus Brachko is, he's from head office. He's the international sales director for Africa and Europe. And before he started working with us, he was only for one continent, which was Europe. And then all of a sudden, we just arranged that he becomes for Africa as well. And as we carry on, we're going to make sure he's part of Asia as well, you know. So Marcus, I want to introduce you guys all to Marcus Brachko. Marcus, please tell the people why you love our team.
Yes, of course. So hello, everybody. And congratulations to Natalie and Tony. 6 years. It's amazing. So toast. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Thank you.
I joined Karatbars 2 years ago on the 15th of May. And I think, Tony, we met first time in June. Is that right?
Yes.
I think it was 3 or 4 weeks after I started in Karatbars. At this time, I was sales manager director for Europe. And then I met Tony. And yeah, our first meeting was quite funny. I still remember you joined us, or you traveled to Germany and stayed in the headquarters for 3 days.
Yes.
And we had a fantastic dinner. Later, we went out. We went to a bar. I think it was a cigar bar.
Yes.
Yes. So you just, yeah, we had a great day, a great evening. We drank a lot of this day. I remember I never saw my girlfriend so drunk like on this evening. Because Tony introduced her how the South African people say cheers. I still remember kakakahas.
You still dar kakahas? Yes.
Kakakahas, yes. So because my girlfriend loved it so much to make cheers with you, be honest, I never saw her so drunk like on this evening. So that was the first impression with Tony. And yeah, then you joined us at the World Tour. I will never forget how we get welcomed in South Africa. So Tony said, yeah, just come to South Africa. We have an event over there. And so we traveled to South Africa, and I was sleeping the whole night at the plane. So just woke up at the airport. I was still a little bit dizzy, and then walked around. And then there was hundreds of people in the entrance hall at the airport, just starting to clap their hands, loud music, shouting. And I was just thinking, who the fuck was with us on the plane? I couldn't imagine that was your welcome organization for us in South Africa. So hundreds of people was staying at the airport and welcomed us like superstars. You know, I never had something like that before. Then the event as well, more than 1,500 people. I think it was the biggest event so far at Karatbars. And it was just amazing. Then we had the trainings. So you just treated us so well and welcomed us in your country. And yeah, so we started to work closer and closer. Natalie took us to the Lions Park. It was just amazing. I will never forget that days. You know, here in Germany, we don't have lions. We don't have even really dangerous animals. And in South Africa, I could touch them. So it was quite good experience. So all what you did for us was just amazing. We worked closer and closer. a friendship came out of it. I think there is no person in Karatbars I talk more with like Tony. We have nearly every day a call. So really, it's just amazing. You're a great leader. How you connected with your team, with us and you know, your honesty, your focus, we love that. When you talk with Tony, he always tells you his opinion straight away, you know. You can always count on him, and this I love. The same with Natalie. She helped us in so many cases. Last year when we had that event, Natalie, without you, I couldn't brought the gold to South Africa. It was you. Thank you for that. Yeah, we just, I think we brought the events to the next level. We did a lot of good changings in leaderships and trainings to the people. It was just amazing. It wouldn't work without you guys. So you helped us really a lot. And I just can tell you from my side, I'm so proud working with you. We just have very good connection, makes fun. I think that's very important. As some of you guys said already today, it's not all about the money. Money is important, I understand, but you know that relationship, what's here in the team between all of you and how you treat each other, that's just good. That's amazing. I love it. It makes always fun with you. We are still focused in what we are doing. We created a lot of success. I think we changed a lot of lives in the last 2 years, or you, Tony, in the last 6 years. You really can be proud of that, and we will support you always as much as possible. I hope the shutdown will be finished soon, that I can travel again to South Africa, and so then we will celebrate your 6 years how it should be. And yes, I will have a surprise for you when we see us the next time. So from my side, again, it's always a pleasure with you guys. I love it. Please stay how you are. You are fantastic people, and it's just amazing to work with you, and thanks for the friendship we have, and yeah, I wish you all the best. So stay like you are, and regards to all the other people in South Africa, or generally Africa. We will see us soon in person, okay?
Thank you, Marcus. So Marcus, how do we toast in South Africa? What do we say?
Takakas.
Takakas.
Cheers, cheers.
Guys, cheers.
Tony, before you speak, I'd like the honor of introducing you. In 2013, we come off a business where we lost a lot of money. We got scammed. Tony, Natalie, myself, between the three of us, we'd lost something like $130,000. Not rand, it was 130,000. Anyway, whatever. Tony said to us, guys, just let the dust settle. Don't do anything. On the 28th of April, 2014, Tony phoned us and said, guys, let's have a cup of coffee. We got together, had a cup of coffee. We loved what Tony showed us. We came to the house, we signed up. Tony, the 6 years and the years before that we've worked with you.
Absolute gentleman. It's
been an absolute honor and privilege to be with you. I consider you my brother. Natalie considers you her brother.
It's my Zingu.
You have changed so many people's lives. You have changed our lives, and you've changed so many other people's lives. Tony, without further ado, my bud, I want to give you the floor, but I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you have done for me and for my family.
Ditto.
Ditto. Thank you so much, guys. Andrew, Natalie, Andrew, you put tears in my eyes, my friend. I'm so honored. Thank you very much for those kind words of yours. I don't want to take too long because we've already gone over the hour, but I just want to acknowledge Andrew and Natalie, guys, yes. And if I look what's going on in the industry right now, Natalie, Andrew, a lot of people can learn from you guys. They can learn from Andrew and Natalie, because, you know, when the chips are down, when there's a lot of question marks, when there's a lot of uncertainty, there's two things that we have to implement very quickly in our lives. Firstly, you have to become calm. You have to become, just slow down, you know. So when you can slow down, you can start thinking again. And I think, Natalie, I honor you guys, because the time when we did lose a lot of money and we were scammed, you know, we could have separated and we could have gone our own ways, or we could have gone into the next thing, you know. But you guys were disciplined, and I said, you know, let's take a sabbatical for 30 days. Let's not do anything. Let's wait, and then we'll come with the right thing. And I'm very grateful to Harold Sykes, Mr. Dr. Harold Sykes, and Karatbars for the opportunity that we've got in Karatbars. Guys, I want you all to know, and I want you to take this message to your team. Now more than ever before, gold is important.
Very important.
Absolutely.
Very, very, very important.
Very important, guys. And don't take it from me. Take it from the Robert Kiyosakis of the world. Take that from the Mike Maloney's of the world. Take from the people that know more than us. But we are seeing exactly now, we are in the storm. We are seeing that what they already wrote in their books 20 years ago. What Mike Maloney has been saying for 10, 15 years. They are spot on. We are right here now on video number 6. You guys know what's video number 6? Secrets of Money? It's deflation. We are heading into a deflation cycle. And then video number 7, and this you all get on YouTube. You guys go to Mike Maloney, ask Natalie to send you guys the links. Go and watch those videos that was already released into the industry 6, 7, 8 years ago. And I want you to understand that the next step, the next phase after this whole deflation, this printing of money, is what? Is hyperinflation. And that is why I'm so grateful to Dr. Harold Sykes, the founder, the CEO of the company, and I trust him. Guys, I trust Dr. Harold Sykes. And what he's put in place for us in Karatbars, with the payment solution, with CaratNet, with the gold, that has all helped us today. Listen to this, to sit in front of a Zoom call, cheering, toasting to each other, and guess what? None of us, maybe some of us are worried. But I want you to know that if you're on this call, you mustn't be worried about the future. You mustn't be worried about what's coming. You know, just save your money into gold. Whatever you can, 100 Rand, every 100 Rand that you got, just push it into cash gold. If you've got an extra 1,000 Rand extra spare, just push it into cash gold. Just go and park your money in cash gold. Because that rainy day, when you're going to need it, that is what's going to make you the difference between everybody else out there that's losing and those of us here that's protected our family and protected our wealth. So guys, I'm not going to spend too much time. I just want to honor Mrs. Tammy Morrison, Mama Africa. It's an honor for us to be part of your team. Tammy, thank you very much for your servant leadership that you've got in always supporting our team and doing all the stuff from support and, you know, just helping everybody out in a team. You've got Tammy must have, Tammy, just unmute Tammy quickly. How big is your team now, Tammy? Nearly, I don't know, nearly 900. How big is your team?
It's a bit over 700,000.
So over 700,000 people in her team, and Tammy takes the time to come and spend here with us on celebrating our successes and our story. So guys, let that be a lesson. Let the Tammy principle that she does, where she comes and serves the team, let that all be a lesson for all of us. And even for me, Tammy, thank you very much. You inspire me. You show me how I should be working with my team in a servant leadership principle. So Tammy, I honor you for that. Thank you very, very much that we are allowed to be part of your team, and that we can be part of your team, and that you serve us. I really, really, really honor you for that, and I really appreciate you for that. And then for Marcus, a big reason why we are successful, Marcus, is because we have got, I believe, a connection to the head office, and our connection to the head office is Mr. Marcus Bratchko. But more than that, guys, I see and I know that Marcus Bratchko is our friend. I call him a friend. There's stuff that I've discussed with Marcus that I haven't discussed with anybody. So Marcus, thank you for allowing me. Thank you for allowing me to be upfront with you. Thank you for allowing me to be honest with you. And thanks allowing for me to be doing this crazy stuff that we do together. So thank you for allowing me to be that. I honor you for that. And then guys, I want to...
Thank you, Tony, thank you. One second, thank you too. And I just want to say, official from corporate, from the whole team, Natalie, Tony, thank you what you did the last 6 years for Karatbars. It's amazing. It's so grateful. You just made everything what you did with so much power and emotion, and you are successful. So we are really, really happy to have leaders like you guys, and of course all the others, but especially today you two guys in the company. And so from the whole team, thank you for all what you did the last 6 years, and we wish you all the best for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcus.
Thank you, Marcus.
And then before I thank the last person, I just want to thank Natalie and Andrew. Thank you for Natalie and Andrew. Thank you for walking the journey with me.
Cheers, my boy. Thank you.
Thank you for not looking at the shiny objects out there. Thank you for being focused on building your team. And guys, I'm going to say it again on this call, and Natalie's recording this. I want you to send this recording to everybody. It doesn't matter what seasons are coming, a winter, cold, summer. It doesn't matter what obstacle comes in front of Karatbars. I want you to know that we will always be with Karatbars, because Karatbars is just like a torpedo to all the storms, and it just
carries on.
Like Harold said, we don't look left, we don't look right, we just go straight through.
Absolutely.
So guys, that must be one of the biggest lessons that we have got to share with you today, and that is that there is going to be stuff out there that's going to try to take your focus off. And trust me, you're talking to the expert. I've seen a lot of stuff, and I've done a lot of stuff. Hey, Menard? I've done a lot of stuff. But the one that is solid, the one that's been our insurance, the one that's been the real thing, the one that's the only thing that's gold, it's Karatbars. And then lastly, I want to congratulate and I want to honor every leader that is on this call. Thank you very much for the journey. Thank you very much for everything that you guys are doing for your teams. And I want to honor the new people, Sandra Santos, that's coming into the family. Welcome to the family, Sandra, you and your husband. Welcome to the journey. This doesn't happen overnight. You don't become financially free overnight. Doesn't happen, doesn't work like that. But it's a journey, and you start learning from other people that has done it before you, how to do the stuff, how to move your money, how then to become financially free. So I raise my glass to all of single one of you, Arturo, Louisa, Sandra, Roxanne, Marcus, in the South African famous words, Dar kakahas.
I don't
Cheers,
know.
bye.
Is anybody that wants
Cheers,
to say
guys.
something, just unmute yourself quickly before we end. Just unmute yourself and say something if you want to. Seems like everybody's quite quiet. Well, guys, all I want to say is thank you so much for spending this hour and a half with us. We said it was an hour. It's been an hour and a half. But what a pleasure to spend with people that want to make a difference. And believe me, the one thing about that I've learned about Karatbars, it's not about yourself. It's about what you can do for others too. And if you've got that mentality, you can get anywhere in this business. Okay, if you've got the mentality it's all for you, this ain't the place for you, guys. I'm sorry to tell you. Sorry, it sounds a bit harsh, but it's true. This is probably the most wonderful 6 years I've had of my life, and that I've spent with people that are positive, people that are always going to go that extra mile. Roseanne, I think you want to say something?
No.
You want to keep going? Okay. I think that's about it. Is there anybody else want to say something? I don't think so. So thank you so much for spending this hour and a half with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time and being here to celebrate with us. And we look to many more years together, celebrating yours.
Yeah. In 2 months' time, Gladwin, we will celebrate your 6-year anniversary. We'll celebrate everybody's anniversaries. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, everybody.
Good night.
Take care. God bless.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Good night. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.